Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for more Miles Edgeworth voice LP. So it's time to investigate. Let's first talk to Francesca. So, boop.
Yes?
Investigation.
Tonight in this very rose garden, the Alabastrian ambassador, Quercus Alba, was to give a commemorative speech.
If you've played Divinity Original Sin 2, you get why I keep saying that other than that name Quercus, just because that's a name in the game.
A very key commemorative speech at that. And including Agent Lang, the security detail was very tight. But as if to mock our efforts, the other Grasu appeared. Then just like that, the thief vanishes and starts a fire at the Babylese embassy.
Interesting. And are you sure it was the Aragrasu who appeared here?
Of course. But have slipped by such tight security, and then disappeared into the thin air, we will need to conduct a very thorough investigation of this area.
We know the lantern's at play here. Yes, my thoughts exactly. In order to find out the truth behind what happened here, I should start by gathering as much information as I can. Alright. Whoops. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. I went at WSD for a second, forgetting this is a mouse game. Well, that's a cool looking statue. The statue bears a resemblance to the Primudu statue.
The plaque says King Primudu and the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primudu put his life on the line and went to war.
So Primudu was actually a person of royal blood? I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend.
But what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that too. Alright, that's interesting. There's an overturned spotlight here.
When the Aragrasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have kicked it over.
I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here.
I thought to use my whip to capture the Aragrasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to even land a single lash.
I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Probably. This the wife? A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady was pouring water.
It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primudu. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart.
Open my mouth about a statue and she somehow made a leap to that? There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance.
It's not just for aesthetics. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires.
I see. Whoa! The pool stopped filling itself automatically.
The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level.
If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it, just in case. The fireplace? Or, you know, the fire at the other embassy? Probably not. Ah!
How dare you surprise me like that?
I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. You really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him.
You imbecile, how can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours, anyway?
Huh? Oh, how old is he again? Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess.
The pink princess?
Miss Von Karma? I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm still samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son.
You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool.
No, I'm not. Larry, we have not seen nor hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. What the? Hey, wait. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. What the balls even? Okay. How did that give no clues? I guess the baby is missing, so that's the clue. This is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech.
The stage was set up nicely, however. Where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool?
That's such poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made seating arrangements like how the gallery is set up in court.
Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those.
So in the end, the speaker and his audience would have stand the whole time? Huh?
Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair?
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech.
In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place?
Ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why.
He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who'd speak at assemblies. I gotta talk to him now. Hey, you finished checking out all the bystanders? Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a light, sir. That much pickpocketing? Pickpocketing? Jesus. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang? Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor. I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Made no mistake. It's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I could be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Yadagara's appearance. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yadagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief all right. My own 2 eyes. The Yadagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yadagarasu!" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got to the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain. The Yatagarasu was here. So you're saying that basically all that you saw was the thief's silhouette? Yes.
Objection!
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Huh. Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow? That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu? I believe I figured out its true origin. Its true origin? Wow, we're just skipping right to that. Okay, okay. We know what it is.
I expected no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know on the subject.
What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu? Francisca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious?
Not at all.
As I thought. But you see, I was merely testing you just now.
We have no time to waste on your pompous talk, so get on with the explanation already.
I guess Francisca just couldn't understand my point. I need to think this through again. Now the Yatagarasu shadow. There really is only one thing that can explain how it was cast, and so it must be this.
Oh, it's the other statue.
Hunched over, yeah. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu? Is it not possible that it was created by this statue?
Objection!
Are you playing me for a fool, Edgeworth? The statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu.
You are correct. However, the statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
What is the other part, though, to the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow? Everything's a spotlight still. Francesca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it that... nope, alright. Okay. So it's not the spotlights at all. I don't know if it was that lantern again, but nope, okay. I thought it would be a lantern, but maybe it's both statues combined?
It's another statue?
Yatagarasu shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues.
Made? What do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared...
You believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarasu?
Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of the King Primdu in the battlefield. The shadow of the King's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, we set the light up on this queen who spoke of love to the King Primdu. The silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage.
Aha, so if we were to combine the two shadows, it looks nothing like the Aragasu's shadow. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape?
Calm down, Francesca. The way the light needs to be shown on the Queen statue is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Only that the whole of the King's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the Queen, I don't believe the whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow.
Only one part?
Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Aragasu's shadow.
Her hand! What did you say? Why didn't you say that in the first place?
You're right. I apologize.
Now what part of the Queen statue was used to complete the Aragasu's shadow?
My hand. So the lantern was just to give you the idea of the silhouettes, but it wasn't going to be an actual silhouette. It was going to be this puzzle here. Are we Professor Layton suddenly? Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of?
Ah!
That's right. It can only be the Queen... the shadow... That's right. It can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Francesca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position? So that it only shines on the Queen's left hand?
Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get.
Bam!
It's...
Yeah, that is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight positions beforehand. And then pulled the plug at the view saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guest must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was the reason, a part of the culprit's plan. Which we can assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Aragasu's statue had vanished.
Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning.
So you see, the Aragasu never did visit Albust tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Aragasu had a new accomplice in Albust.
An accomplice? But who?
I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the Shadows show. I sense the biggest clue yet to be solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. I think it's Damask and someone else, or I don't know. Damask has to be part of this somewhere. How's the investigation going? Assuming it's Alba. Nope, it's him. Dang it. Sometimes you get it wrong. Detective Bad, have you come to join in on investigating the Yatagarasu? I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu. So yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come.
So if you please. When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed I'm telling you I'm a genuine international journalist. Oh no! She gave me an interesting picture. Lot of heart. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. What in the world?
The Aragarasu is flying through the air?
The times, they are a-changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see, so this was taken after the fire. What are you, Argarasu? Seriously? The blur in this picture took off from the Babalese embassy, flew over the boundary and headed for the embassy of Alabast. Zipline?
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight.
Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Oh, that was the carnival.
Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like this that time as well. Two, actually.
Oh yeah, she was on that case. She was whipping Gumshoe pretty hard, that one. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Babalese embassy, so I should start from there. Francesca, I need to return to the Babel investigation for a bit.
Alright.
Back to bed. So the Yatagarasu was just a shadow.
The calling card that was sent is what threw everyone off and made them assume things.
It's possible that all of the events tonight were part of the overall plan. I'm going to continue investigating on the Alabastion side. You two, as I always say, don't do anything stupid, alright?
I wonder if he's alright. It's unusual for him to be so nice.
I think it's simply that he is concerned for our well-being, Francesca.
Out. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
Alright, I'm counting on you. I'm back.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation.
Yes, let's. Didn't see what's reading here.
Those are some nice flowers. I wonder who they're from. Gateway Imperial Hotel? Where's this, Miss Edgeworth?
Ah, it's an ultra-luxurious hotel that sponsors the Steel Samurai series. I've been there once to investigate a case.
Oh, so what kind of case was it?
I believe it was related to the Nickel Samurai and the German Ninja.
Oh, I remember reading about that. You must be the head of the Steel Samurai affairs down at the prosecutor's office, huh?
I should think that even you can figure that such an office does not exist, Kay. So she knows the original got murdered, right? What was this hotel? Gate? Oh yeah, I remember the Gatewater. Okay, yeah. That was all Phoenix. June 14, 10:37 p.m. Babalese Embassy, Secretariat's office. Oh, that picture!
I think after all that running around, we're right back where we started.
Would it appear that way? Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Wrong voice. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Paliano, but I have yet to find his killer. Then I guess his matter really was the work of the Yatagarasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu was a noble vigilante who was only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright?
Mr. Paliano.
Actually, there's one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier.
Oh sure, please feel free to investigate to your heart's content.
Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. It will be, if it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Paliano.
Paliano? Yeah, Paliano.
You're a total gentleman.
Don't you have... No, you don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Paliano.
These two surely got chummy awfully quickly.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but we should begin, right?
We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that the person I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key to the articles you stole these 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu was also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved in this case. Speaking of the Aragasu and mysteries, I received the most mysterious photo from Detective Bad.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he has been chasing after the Aragasu for all these years.
Uncle Bad?
Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire.
What? That kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does that mean that I was chasing the fake Aragasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this could be how that person escaped.
Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off.
Probably in the Sea Secretary's office. Okay.
So here's my theory. Zip line, and the clue to where they landed is right here. I can't zoom in, because there's a point right there. There's something right there. So I assume that is them landing there. That's my assumption. Okay. Can we look out the window? Yeah, we can. You can see the Alabastian Embassy through this window.
So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
You can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damas 2 was killed.
What? You don't mean the Damas 2? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damas 2 was merely an imposter of the original? I was hoping to find a zipline. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything.
Every nook and cranny. That looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting on it?
No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes.
That's because I'm a prosecutor, and it's a part of my job to examine things.
And my job is to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
The ball sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon.
And what kind of discount would that net you?
The 5-finger kind? What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer.
Things such as?
Such as the truth. What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. Guess we're gonna use Little Thief at all. There's a bottle of Barbalese ink on Mr. Cochin's desk.
And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
The seal isn't broken, so the fire probably didn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink.
Hey, Mr. Palliano, it looks like your precious Barbalese ink is alright after all.
What? That's odd. Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there's something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating that statement for me, please? Alright, we got something there. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is that of what is left to tell the tale of this murder. A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been there since back when we were still in Utopia.
That is one big clock. Hey, does this one have a braid that pops out like a cuckoo clock?
I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime.
Really? It's going to be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then.
Is it that time already? I'm sure... Time sure flies when I'm involved in an investigation.
Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun.
Hey, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know.
Yes, Gramps. It looks like all the suit. No, okay, we've read this before, I think. Okay. All sooners have been burned. I just don't believe it. Right on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Artigrasu.
The fake Artigrasu was guilty of much more than just theft, it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can virtually buy anywhere?
You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all.
But could you really rob someone with the valuable memories just like that?
No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories.
We still don't know where the blade of the Bubbly's knife went.
I have a guess.
Could it be that the killer walked away with it?
Sort of. Statue.
So this is the real Primitive statue. And it's burnt now.
This is really valuable, right?
And that's what they say. Kay, you're not seriously considering the theft of the statue, are you?
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me. We can do everything else with Pollyanna because we're going to talk to him next time, since it's almost... we're at a good amount of time. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Our safe's great. They always hold the wonderful promises of treasures within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. A fireplace, huh? Some of Ball's offices have them too.
Two?
There's a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? We can climb inside and we can play hide and seek.
And come out covered in soot? I think not.
You really have no sense of fun, Miss Edgeworth.
Surprised you didn't decide to see if there was a secret compartment or not, right? Talk to Kay and that'll be it.
Yes?
Investigation.
Is there really any place left we haven't checked out yet in the Bobbly's embassy?
Interpol was conducting its investigation when you were being held by Agent Sheena. Because of that, I was unable to examine the fireplace in the Secretariat's desk.
And true, and since he's here, we should talk to Ambassador Pollyanna some more too. He looks so sad and lonely since Mr. Cochin died.
Yes, he does, and you are correct. I have a few issues I still need to discuss with him. We should make the best of this opportunity. Okay, so let's talk about the flower. The national symbol of a ball is drawn here. There's nothing especially strange about it.
Is it just me, or did the butterfly get an antenna since we last saw it?
Even if it did, would it really have any bearing on our case, Kay?
It's burnt more, so maybe.
Okay, we'll stop right there. Next time we'll talk to Pollyanna. So there we go. That is the game for now. I have fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's up, Bassett. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. My throat ain't feeling so great now. Woo.